Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Boat calls Oat Babe in public, fans in absolute shock as interviewers capture the clip. The entertainment industry has officially been set ablaze once again, and this time it all started with one single word that has shaken the hearts of millions: babe. Yes, you heard that right. In what has already become one of the most viral moments of the year, Boat, one half of Thailand's most beloved duo, casually referred to Oat as babe during a live interview, and the clip has since taken over the internet in ways nobody could have predicted. The unforgettable moment happened during a promotional press junket where Boat and Oat were appearing side by side. Everything seemed like business as usual. The interview began smoothly, with the stars answering questions about their upcoming projects, reflecting on past work, and sharing light-hearted banter the way they always do. Fans watching live were already enjoying the chemistry the two never failed to deliver. But then, in the middle of an unscripted exchange, it happened. Oat, ever the calm and composed personality, stumbled slightly when asked about his favorite memory from shooting their last drama. Before he could even finish his sentence, Boat, without hesitation, leaned closer and said, "Come on, babe, you already know what it is." The room fell silent for a split second. Interviewers froze, unsure if they had just heard correctly. Oat himself blinked in shock, his cheeks instantly flushing red as he tried to mask his reaction with a nervous laugh. But the damage, or perhaps the magic, was already done. The word was out, it was recorded, and within minutes the clip spread like wildfire across every social media platform imaginable. What makes this moment so earth-shattering for fans is the sheer naturalness of it. This wasn't a rehearsed line, nor was it a scene from a drama script. It wasn't even a playful fan service act that Thai BL stars are often known for. No, this was real, raw, and unscripted. Boat wasn't speaking to the cameras or the crowd. He was speaking directly to Oat, the way one does when the rest of the world ceases to exist. And in that moment, the millions watching got a front row seat to something genuine slipping through the cracks. The reaction online has been nothing short of explosive. Within minutes, hashtags like #BoatCalledOatBabe, #BoatOatReal, and #BabeClip2025 dominated worldwide trends. Fans across Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram flooded timelines with edits, reaction videos, and emotional threads breaking down every millisecond of the clip. Some fans are screaming in excitement, others are crying from pure disbelief, and many are declaring that this single slip has confirmed what they have always suspected, that Boat and Oat's connection goes far deeper than friendship. Clips from the press junket are being replayed endlessly, slowed down frame by frame. Fans point out the softness in Boat's tone, the way his eyes lingered on Oat as he spoke, and the shy but unmistakable smile that crept onto Oat's face in response. One viral fan comment reads, "That wasn't acting. That wasn't fan service. That was love spilling out accidentally, and it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen." What adds to the intensity of this situation is the fact that the interviewers themselves didn't try to brush it aside. In fact, one of them audibly gasped and laughed nervously, saying, "Did you just call him babe?" Boat, quick-witted as always, tried to cover it up with a chuckle, waving it off casually with, "It's just how we joke, don't take it seriously." But fans are refusing to believe the excuse. To them, the sincerity in his voice betrayed every attempt at downplaying the moment. Entertainment reporters, too, have jumped on the story, with several outlets calling it the slip-up that broke the internet. Articles are being published at lightning speed, dissecting the incident from every angle. Was it a mistake? Was it deliberate? Or was it a coded confirmation of a relationship that has long been rumored but never officially addressed? Analysts and cultural commentators are weighing in, saying that even if Boat tried to laugh it off, the chemistry between the two is undeniable and moments like this only add fuel to the fire. But perhaps the most heartwarming part of all this chaos is how fans themselves are handling it. For years, they've created edits, fanfics, and theories about Boat and Oat's closeness. To them, hearing Boat call Oat babe isn't just a slip, it's validation, proof that the love story they've long imagined might actually be unfolding in real life. Some are writing heartfelt posts about how this moment has made them believe in love again, while others are sharing videos of themselves crying tears of joy. The internet is not exaggerating when it says this single word has shaken the entire industry. Because in an era where stars are cautious about every word they say, Boat let his guard down for 1 second, and in that second, the world saw something raw, unfiltered, and unforgettable. The internet meltdown after Boat's babe moment. If the moment Boat called Oat babe in public sent shockwaves through the press room, the ripple effect that followed online has turned into a cultural phenomenon. Fans are not just reacting, they are spiraling, dissecting, celebrating, and turning one word into the biggest trending topic in global entertainment. Within just 1 hour of the clip surfacing, social media platforms were in chaos. Twitter timelines became an endless scroll of screaming capital letters, crying emojis, and videos of fans literally running around their rooms in disbelief. TikTok flooded with reaction videos, fans reenacting the moment, slowing it down frame by frame, zooming into Boat's lips as he said babe, and capturing Oat's flustered expression with dramatic music overlays. Edits of the clip were paired with romantic songs, turning a single second of interaction into entire love stories. Instagram stories became an ocean of reposts, each one captioned with lines like he really said it. Babe loudly crying face broken heart with arrow, and this is not acting anymore, this is real life. The sheer intensity of the fan reaction was enough to crash servers. One major fan page on Twitter with over 2 million followers reported gaining almost 200,000 new followers in a single night just from reposting the clip. YouTube too saw an explosion of content, from breakdown analyses of the interview to heartfelt fan essays explaining why this moment is the confirmation fans have been waiting for all these years. What truly elevated the chaos, however, was the involvement of celebrities themselves. Several fellow actors and entertainers who know Boat and Oat personally started commenting online. One co-star cheekily tweeted, "So, babe, huh?" Eyes without mentioning names, and fans instantly connected the dots. Another industry friend posted a photo of popcorn with the caption, "This is getting interesting." It was clear that even those inside the entertainment circle were amused, and possibly thrilled, by the slip-up. But while the public roared with laughter, tears, and excitement, the people at the center of it all had to face the aftermath. Boat, known for his quick humor and charm, attempted to brush it off in later interviews by insisting it was just a slip of the tongue. He laughed, smiled, and said things like, "We always joke like that, it's nothing." But fans weren't convinced. They pointed out that his eyes told a different story, softer, warmer, and filled with something deeper than casual friendship. Oat, on the other hand, was visibly shaken. While he didn't directly address the incident, those watching noticed his shy smiles and the way he seemed extra careful with his words afterwards. But the blush that had crept up his face when the word first slipped from Boat's mouth? That single moment of raw emotion is now immortalized in countless GIFs, memes, and edits circulating endlessly online. Industry insiders are already predicting that this moment could become a turning point in their careers, not in a damaging way, but in a way that solidifies their status as one of Asia's most iconic duos. Public interest has skyrocketed, and brands, networks, and production companies are suddenly scrambling to get Boat and Oat on their platforms, hoping to ride the tidal wave of attention. But beyond the glitz and media frenzy, fans keep circling back to the same truth, the intimacy of that single word. To call someone babe is not just casual banter. It carries weight, softness, affection, the kind of slip that only happens when love seeps past carefully constructed barriers. And in that instant, fans believe Boat forgot about cameras, forgot about the interviewers, and forgot about the world. It was just him and Oat, the way it has always been when no one is watching. Perhaps that's why this has hit so hard. For years, fans speculated about the bond between them, sometimes laughed off as delusional or dismissed as fanfiction. But this moment. This was unscripted reality. A glimpse behind the curtain. A spark of authenticity in an industry where authenticity is rare. Now, as the clip continues to spread and rack up millions of views, one question burns on everyone's lips. Was this just a slip, or was it a confession hidden in plain sight? Behind the cameras, what really happened after Boat's babe slip? While fans are still losing their minds online, new layers of the story are beginning to unfold from people who were actually present at the interview. The live broadcast captured the moment for the world, but those behind the cameras, staff, crew, and reporters, are now quietly revealing what went down once the clip ended. According to multiple eyewitnesses, the atmosphere in the room shifted dramatically the second Boat let the word slip. At first, there was a stunned silence. The interviewers froze, their eyes darting from Boat to Oat as if unsure whether they had just heard correctly. Oat's sudden blush and nervous laugh only amplified the tension, and when the interviewer teased him by repeating, "Did you just call him babe?" the energy in the room cracked into nervous laughter. But what happened once the cameras stopped rolling is even more telling. Several staff members noted that Boat appeared unfazed, joking with the crew and pretending as though nothing out of the ordinary had happened. He even playfully nudged Oat, whispering something in his ear that made Oat cover his face with his hands, half embarrassed, half laughing. To the staff, it was clear, this wasn't the first time Boat had used that word. The casual ease with which it left his mouth made it feel less like a mistake and more like a habit that had accidentally slipped out in front of the world. An anonymous crew member later shared with a Thai entertainment outlet, "It didn't feel like an accident. The way Boat said it was too natural, too soft. Like he always calls Oat that when they're alone." The real shock was that he forgot he was on camera. This statement has since been circulating online, further fueling fan theories that the bond between Boat and Oat is far deeper than the public has ever been allowed to see. Interviewers present have also weighed in discreetly. One journalist admitted that after the cameras stopped, the press members were buzzing among themselves. "We all looked at each other like, did we just witness something huge? None of us wanted to push too hard out of respect, but the moment spoke louder than any answer we could have gotten from a question." Even the production team behind the interview reportedly debated whether to cut the clip before releasing it online. But by then it was too late, the moment had already aired live, and fans had captured it instantly. Within seconds, screen recordings were uploaded, reshared, and immortalized. What might have been edited out in a pre-recorded segment instead became a raw, unfiltered truth that no one could stop from spreading. Adding more fuel to the fire are whispers from insiders who claim Boat and Oat's closeness off-camera has been an open secret within the industry. Crew members who have worked with them on past sets describe how Boat is often protective of Oat, making sure he's comfortable during long shoots, bringing him snacks, or draping a jacket over his shoulders between takes. Others recall Oat quietly waiting for Boat to finish filming, even when his own scenes had wrapped, just so they could leave together. At the time, these gestures were brushed off as friendship, but in light of the babe moment, fans are revisiting those anecdotes with